Happy birthday, Sagittarius, my fellow Sagittarians. And everyone, welcome to your weekly forecast for Monday, November 28th through Sunday, December 4th. Okay, before I begin, I would like to thank all of you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel, and any donations that you make. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and click on the notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload something. There's also links below in the description box. One is to my website if you would like more information on charts, services that I offer. There's also a link to my email address, which is easier to just email me and ask me whatever it is you would like to know. But there's also a link to something called Ask Me a Question, which is for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart. Okay, so for this week, on Monday, November 28th, Mars in Gemini trines Saturn in Aquarius. On Tuesday, November 29th, Mercury in Sagittarius opposes Mars in Gemini. On Wednesday, November 30th, Mercury in Sagittarius sextiles Saturn in Aquarius. And on Thursday, December 1st, Venus in Sagittarius opposes Mars in Gemini. On Friday, December 2nd, Mercury in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces, and on the same day, Venus in Sagittarius sextiles Saturn in Aquarius, and on Sunday, December 4th, Venus in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces. So we have a lot of aspects this week, major aspects. So anyways, off to your forecast. Hey Sagittarius, so on Monday, November 28th, Mars in Gemini in your 7th house trines Saturn transiting in your 3rd house of Aquarius. Okay, let me see here for a minute. So, actually, your 7th house of partnerships, arrangements or agreements even that you have with someone. But this is like your house of business partner, romantic partner, or just like close friend even. And a very nice trine to your 3rd house of your everyday life. And, you know, I'd have to say, okay, because the 7th house is also, like I said, arrangements and agreements. It's the house of contracts, okay? And the 3rd house is also, it's the written word. It's an arrangement even of some kind. So I would have to say that you are coming to some kind of agreement with someone. I'd have to even say it looks to me like it's kind of personal, okay? Because other things that are going on here at this time, like on Tuesday, November 29th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 1st house opposes Mars in your 7th house in Gemini. And also on Thursday, December 1st, Venus in Sagittarius in your 1st house also opposes Mars in Gemini in your 7th house. So there's something going on here. First of all, the Mercury opposed Mars for everyone, not just you, but especially you, because Mercury's in your sign right now. Is just like really finding it hard not to say exactly what you feel, telling somebody off, you know what I mean? Telling them actually what you think of them, you know? Mars is the ego planet, okay? So it's in your house of partnership. So your partner or a close friend or someone or other in your, you know, life could have, you know, it could be like a conflict of wills, a test of wills, you know, who has more power within the relationship even, you know, who knows, whatever. Maybe you're tired of giving in all the time, you know. Another thing, though, with this Venus opposed Mars, a lot of times it's like wanting attention from the other person, okay? So that could be it right now. Somebody could be wanting your attention more than you're actually giving them, or vice versa. You could be wanting their attention. Something going on here, you know, but I believe because you have these sextiles and trines going on, you know, this week, just a few squares which aren't a very big deal. Okay, you can work around them. But I'd have to say that you're coming to some kind of arrangement or agreement with someone. You have to remember there's a full moon coming up in Gemini, too, in December. So this will be revisited. I think you'll be able to iron things out, but it might not start off that way. It might start off with in a huff. Okay, a bit of a huff there. Now on Wednesday, November 30th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your first house, sextile Saturn in your third house of Aquarius, and on Friday, December 2nd, Venus in Sagittarius in your first house, also sextiles Saturn, okay, in your third house. So there's something going on like with your personality, okay, more or less that is like I said, your third house is your everyday life, the people you would encounter throughout the normal course of your day. It's your neighbors, it's your siblings, cousins, old classmates, whatever, you know, but this is the third house is also big communication and travel house. So you could be, you know, even on the phone quite a bit. We're having Mercury in your first house makes you very chatty right now, and even more accessible than you were possibly like lately, right? So having a lot of really nice conversations with people, you know, that it could be even just catching up with people, you know, or it could be making plans to do something or other in the future. But to me, it looks like very nice conversations, possibly nice regular postal mail or emails, or just hearing from people, or even actually getting together with people in your own neighborhood, you know, in your own immediate area, possibly visiting some business or whatever there. Now on, let's see here. Okay, yeah, also on Friday the 2nd, okay, Mercury in Sagittarius in your first house squares Neptune in Pisces in your fourth house, and on Sunday the 4th, Venus again in Sagittarius also squares Neptune in your fourth house. So not a very big deal. You know, you have Neptune in your fourth house of your home and family, the people you live with, but it's actually where you physically live. Okay, so I would have to say that, I don't know, you could be making plans for having people over, possibly. Something going on with your home. Could even just be you're being chosen as the person to have holidays at your place, and maybe you're not really up for that, you know, you just don't feel like it, possibly. Family could become, or someone could even just be blowing into town and calling you up and, you know, totally out of the blue, and just like wanting to drop in on you. So you might want to keep that in mind, that you could have somebody just I don't know, possibly, I don't know if they would actually just show up on your doorstep, but you never know. Okay. So for Libra, on Monday, November 28th, Mars in Gemini in your 9th house, trine Saturn, transiting in your 5th house of Aquarius. So very nice trine from your 9th house of long-distance travel and communications, among many, many other things, to Saturn in your 5th house of romance and creativity, children, gambling, entertainment of any kind. But it's your house of fun. So there could be, you know, Mars is retrograde here in your 9th house. 9th house, big travel house. Maybe you had plans to travel previously when Mars was direct, and now that Mars is retrograde, usually it's the other way around. It makes travel kind of hard to do, you know, puts a lot of snags in there, but maybe a trip that you were supposed to take, you're now able to take, okay? And it could be to join someone, possibly. It could be to see children, your child, or maybe your child is coming to visit you if you're divorced or separated or something like that. Or it could be for romance, or it could be for a creative project that you're part of. Okay, you could be traveling to, you know, guess get together with whomever if you're in a partnership of some kind. Whatever, you know, it just looks to me like there could be travel going on here that that you weren't able to take previously. Okay, so on Tuesday, November 29th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your third house opposes Mars in your ninth house of Gemini. And on Thursday, December 1st, Venus in Sagittarius in your third house also opposes Mars in your ninth house of Gemini. So not too bad, okay? Now the thing is both the third and ninth house are communication and travel houses, okay? So when I was talking about the travel, okay, maybe, you know, the Mercury opposed Mars is like a conversation possibly, or some kind of communication, or even a message that someone gets you that's very like curt, you know, just very, I don't know, could be rude even, you know, but, only to be cleared up on December 1st when Venus opposes Mars. Okay, someone trying to cover their tracks or backtracking, you know, oh, I didn't mean that, what I said, or that didn't come out the way I meant it, something like that. Okay, so there could be some kind of, any form of communication, phone call, message, email, regular postal mail. Okay, but this could be in regards to, it could be travel, not that, you know, it has to be. I would have to say it's more on a communication end here, you know, and I do have to mention just briefly that the ninth house is also legal matters, so you could actually be hearing something at this time about possibly a legal matter that you've already been involved in. Maybe even getting something in the regular, like, postal mail. Okay, so on Wednesday, November 30th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your third house, sextile Saturn in your fifth house of Aquarius. And on Friday, December 2nd, Venus in Sagittarius in your third house, also sextile Saturn in your fifth house. So this is like very nice, okay? Third house is like short distance travel. Okay, like an overnighter, weekend trip, or even a day trip. And I believe that maybe that's something that you're trying to do right now. Okay, and it could be in regards to, again, romance, a creative project, or a child. You're doing something with a child, possibly. You could even be like attending some kind of function, like a party, or some like rite of passage or whatever for a child, you know, some kind of, I don't know, something pretty important, birthday or whatever. Okay. On Friday, December 2nd, Mercury in Sagittarius in your third house squares Neptune in Pisces in your sixth house. And on Sunday, December 4th, Venus in Sagittarius in your third house also squares Neptune in your sixth house of Pisces. So, you know, your sixth house is like the workplace, your co-workers, the kind of work that you do. It's your work schedule. It's also like your everyday life, though. Your schedule for your everyday life, such as like, you know, getting up and washing your face and brushing your teeth, things like that, okay? What are you going to eat that day? And third house is, again, also your everyday life, okay? And these are just squares, not like a very big deal, but someone, possibly a sibling or cousin or a neighbor, could like infringe on you just a little bit, you know, and ask you for some kind of favor, ask you if they, you're able to do something for them. Maybe they possibly need a ride somewhere, or they need you to help them, I don't know, carry something or move something at their place. Something like that. You know, it doesn't seem to be a very big deal. Okay. So for Taurus, on Monday, November 28th, Mars in Gemini in your second house trines Saturn, transiting in your 10th house of Aquarius, which is very, very nice. Okay, having Mars in your second house of money, okay, income, how you earn your money, your possessions. I've mentioned this a couple times already. You are the natural ruler of the second house. So Mars is retrograde here right now. That doesn't really mean that your money or your ability to bring in more money with Mars here has slowed down possibly, you know, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. I believe that, you know, the very nice trine to Saturn in your 10th house of your career and your public reputation and persona, how people know you professionally and personally, is being enhanced by, it could even be like your reputation is helping you to bring in more money, but it could also be that your ability for making money or keeping or gaining or possessing a lot of things, wealth of some kind, or what people perceive as wealth. Maybe you have nice things or whatever, you know, that is like enhancing your reputation in some way. It is helping your professional reputation, but also to me it looks like it's your personal. On Tuesday, November 29th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 8th house opposes Mars in Gemini in your 2nd house. And on Thursday, December 1st, Venus in Sagittarius in your 8th house also opposes Mars in Gemini in your 8th house. Okay, so the 8th and 2nd are money houses. And, you know, the sun and whatever is also in your 8th house in Sagittarius right now. So this is where your focal point is. And the 8th house is shared resources and shared debt even. But it is also other people's resources and money. It's passive money. Money that comes to you through means other than earning it. So, you know, having Mars in your 2nd house of Gemini means that you have already begun going after whatever's yours, money that's yours, or if there's some kind of possession or whatever that is yours or has been in your family. You know, 8th house is inheritance and legacies. You know, some kind of whatever. 8th house is also settlements of any kind, insurance or legal or refunds, credit, you know, something like that. With these oppositions, though, with Mercury, you could be arguing with a bank, you could be arguing with a creditor, or if you do have joint bank accounts or credit card accounts with someone, you could be arguing about a bill. You know, someone spending too much money, whatever. But that opposition with Venus opposing Mars in your 2nd house, you might, you know, you might buy something for someone else. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be for you, but it could be. You know, it could be a me-to-me gift. But you could feel like you need to buy something for someone because of I don't know, a little bit of a tiff or whatever that you may have had with them over money. So you may either give in and let them spend more than you were originally going to let them do, or you may actually just buy someone something to, in a way, keep their mouth shut. On Wednesday, November 30th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 8th house, sextiles Saturn in Aquarius in your 10th house. And on Friday, December 2nd, Venus in Sagittarius in your 8th house, also sextiles Saturn in your 10th house of Aquarius. So we're back to your 10th house of your career and your personal status, your most public house, okay? So it could be back to what you own. For some reason, that's what I'm getting. Something that your reputation as to building wealth or having some kind of really solid foundation in your life. Like everything you do, people feel it turns to gold. You have the Midas touch or something like that, even though it may not even be true, right? but people are investing in you, or are expecting you to do well, you know. So someone could actually lend you money or back you in some way if there is some kind of side venture that you would like to do for like a new source of income. You can always have whatever you normally do have for an income, but having Mars in your second house, as long as it is going to be, means that you're interested in bringing in another source. Okay, so you could even partner up with someone right now that like believes in your vision, as they say, the phrase. So let's see here on Friday, December 2nd, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 8th house squares Neptune in your 11th house of Pisces. And on Sunday, December 4th, Venus in Sagittarius in your 8th house also squares Neptune in Pisces in your 11th house. So your 11th house is your most sociable house. This is socializing, like with your friends. It's a little bit of networking also, though, possibly, but it's where you would normally go to hang out. It's also socializing online. You don't necessarily have to go out in public, but this is usually when you feel like doing something like that, okay? And because they're just squares coming from your 8th house, it does mean you're trying to figure out if you really want to spend the money to do something. Maybe you have plans with your friends, you're not sure if you want to spend the money or if you even have the money. Okay, 11th house is also any kind of group or organization that you belong to. So it could be time for, if you belong to an organization that you pay into, some kind of membership or whatever, they could be asking for money, or just whatever. It's just you trying to figure out if you really want to spend money on some form of entertainment, or like getting together with your friends. Okay, so for Cancer, on Monday, November 28th, Mars in Gemini in your 12th house, trine Saturn, transiting in your 8th house of Aquarius. So a very nice transit going on here behind the scenes, kind of. I've already mentioned this many times, having Mars in your 12th house, you're like preparing for when Mars moves into your first house in like March, okay? So you could be working on something in secret, or you could just be working on something that people know about, but you're just like not, broadcasting it everywhere. Okay, very nice trine to Saturn in your 8th house of other people's money and resources means that, those very things, resources, other people's resources may be available to you to help you in whatever it is that you're doing. In fact, somebody could just be helping you, period, behind the scenes. It could be with money. They could be lending you the use of something that they have. It could be anything from like something tangible, like equipment, or, I don't know, furniture. It could be a car, anything. Okay, so that continues. Okay. On Tuesday, November 29th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 6th house opposes Mars in Gemini in your 12th house. And on Thursday, December 1st, Venus in Sagittarius in your 6th house also opposes Mars in your 12th house of Gemini. So your 6th house is your health, your house of health, your house of service, but it's also mainly like your house of work, okay? The kind of work that you do, your co-workers, your work schedule. Okay, having Venus here does mean that, you're having fairly pleasant times with people at work, okay? This could be a holiday season or whatever. Maybe you're in charge of decorating even, because usually when Venus is in your 6th house and you're at work, you're in charge of doing something that's Venus related, such as beauty or something fun or whatever, okay? But the opposition to Mars in your 12th house of secrets, though, this is behind the scenes stuff. Okay, there's something going on, possibly at work, right? Could have been going on for a long time. Something could have come out around that new moon of the 23rd, and this is just like the overflow kind of that, you know. But Mercury opposed Mars really it is a verbal, you know, something or other. It's a time when somebody at work's going to flip out a little bit, you know. It could be you. Doesn't always have to be you, though. It could be someone you work with that says something. They could even just blurt it out. It could be a secret. It could be about a coworker or a boss or the company or something, okay? If this isn't work-related, this being the house of service and your 12th house being the house of places of confinement like prisons or I always say nursing homes, or this is the house of hospitals, though, too, and the 6th house being the house of service, okay? Meaning that you could be helping someone, even behind the scenes in secret. Maybe they're not well, and they don't want anyone to know, and you're helping them, okay? I don't know, doing their shopping for them, doing this or whatever, things that they can't do for themselves because they're confined, okay, to their home or to a hospital bed or something, or they are in prison, okay? Something like that could come out at this time, though, by accident, either out of your mouth or someone else's. Or you're just on the receiving end of, like, surprising news, you know, that, whatever, you know, but the Venus opposed Mars, okay? Somebody could reveal their feelings, you know, about someone, okay? It could even be jealousy that's going on here with that Mercury opposed Mars thing. Secretly jealous. Okay, the Venus opposed Mars could be like romantic. Maybe someone is interested in you, or vice versa. You're interested in someone else, and you, I don't know, learn news about them that you don't care for, or the other way around. They find out that you're involved with someone else, or whatever. And it could be somebody that you work with, and it could be uncomfortable, you know. Someone at work revealing that they have the hots for you, you know, and you're like, oh, well. Anyways, okay, on Wednesday, November 30th, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 6th house, 6th house, Saturn in your 8th house of Aquarius, and also on Friday, December 2nd, Venus in Sagittarius in your 6th house, also 6th house, Saturn in your 8th house of Aquarius. So, you know, you could be getting some kind of perks or something, or some little favors, or, you know, at work. You know, either you are given special privileges of some kind, even if it's like leaving work early or taking off days, you know, that other people want, as far as choosing. Who gets to choose first what days they're taking off as far as vacation goes, or holidays, or something or other. Could be something like that where, I don't know, you get to take off something that, days that someone else wanted, or have a schedule change or something. But it looks like you're getting a little bit of preferential, treatment at work, or in some other way, some other combination that, again, like this being the house of service, someone that you help out. You know, they're doing something to help you out. They don't have to be related to you. Could be anyone in your life, but they could be sharing whatever they have with you. Okay, on also on Friday, December 2nd, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 6th house squares Neptune in your 9th house of Pisces. And on Sunday, December 4th, Venus in Sagittarius in your 6th house also squares Neptune in Pisces in your 9th house. So, not a bad thing at all, really. You know, we're back to, I always, when I get these two houses together, The ninth house is the house of higher learning and knowledge, okay, among many, many other things. Jupiter is here again right now, okay, very briefly. I would have to say that whatever line of work that you're in, if you do deal with clients firsthand, you're getting a choice, your choice of clients or something, or someone is actually asking for you. The ninth house being the house of foreign anything, languages, people, countries. So this could be a client that is from another country, or you know, they could be asking for you in particular because they like you. But it could be a foreigner, something or other. But a lot of times when I get these two houses together, I always say that you're at work and you're doing things the way you know how to do them. You trust your own judgment, your own knowledge, your own experience, but your coworkers are doing whatever they want to do, and you both feel that you're doing things wrong as far as how the work is being done, okay? So there's a difference of opinion as to how the work should be being done. So not a big deal.